Hey guys, Blue Falcon here. Got a gun review with the LCP MAX by Ruger. Before we get started, we'll do our safety check. Nothing in the chamber, nothing in the mag well. First impression of this weapon, I haven't shot it yet, but I'll be honest with you, the old LCP2, I had one. I never owned the LCP, just the first gen, I guess is what you would call that. But when I had the LCP2, I felt really underarmed with it. With it being a 380 and you only get 6 plus 1, I think is what it was. You know, I mean, I guess it would do what you would need it to do, but it just felt like with the 380 and it only having 6 plus 1, just felt like it just wasn't enough. You know, I get it. They're really meant for the pocket. You know, you're not supposed to really carry this on your hip, I don't guess. But with the LCP MAX, they've made some huge upgrades when it comes to this pistol in order to make it, to be honest with you, viable to put on the inside of your waistband. But before we go into all of that, I'm gonna throw out the specs for you guys. The mag cap is now 10 plus 1. The slide width is 0.81 inches, so it's still pretty thin. Overall length of the weapon is 5.2 inches. Barrel length is 2.8 inches. Height is right at 4 inches. And they've upgraded the sights, so you no longer have, you no longer have these, those just kind of crap blade sights that were kind of made into the slide. You now have an actual sight that is tritium enclosed in the white circle right there. And the rear, hang on, let me go ahead and charge it. But the rear is now black, and you can actually change the drift on it, I guess. That's what they tell you. The camera doesn't really do the front sight too much justice. When you're actually aiming through these sights, that front sight fills up this little semicircle on the back, so you get a really good sight picture. But yeah, this gun is now, in my opinion, very viable to carry on the hip. I know it's a 380, it's not a 9mm, and I know that 380 doesn't do the best on the ballistics test. However, I don't think, and this is just my opinion, but you get 10 plus 1. So if you hit somebody, I'm just, you know, say you get all 10 of them and all 11 rounds in this guy, I doubt he's going to say at least it wasn't a 9mm, because he'll probably be dead. He's got 10 rounds in him. But yeah, this gun, like I said, first impression, they made the handle a lot more girthy than the previous versions of this weapon. So you get a pretty good grip, and it's about, if I had to compare it to another firearm, it's about the same size as a P365. I mean, you know, as far as you know, as far as the height and the length. Now the width, this is obviously much thinner, and the weight, this thing it's night and day when it comes to weight. But I do like how they've really upgraded and put a little bit more thought into a 380. And you know, if you're a female and you're looking for something that is light and has a little bit less kick, even though it's light, this gun is it. Even if you're a guy, you know, I mean, I own one, and I don't think that the 380 is really that big of a wuss when it comes to, you know, dealing with somebody that's trying to get over on you. I don't know whatever situation that you're in. But I still think that this gun is viable on the waistband, man. You can put this in your pocket. Like I said, this is a little bit bigger than the previous versions of the LCP, so it's gonna take up a little bit more room in the pocket. Me personally, I bought a Kydex inside the waistband holster for it because I'm gonna be carrying this. But yeah, this weapon, I'm gonna try and get it to the range sometime this week, just to check reliability and, you know, accuracy. Like I said, this is a 380, so you know you're not gonna reach out and touch somebody with this, not too far anyways. But within that little 5-meter range, you should be all over the bad guy, your target. But even with, and then on top of that, even with 10 rounds, man, this gun doesn't weigh nothing, man. So yeah, you can get this gun for about, I paid $440, and that's with shipping, transfer, and taxes. So you get it for pretty cheap. If you can find it in store, you probably get a whole lot cheaper. I did find some in store, but they didn't have, I wanted the two-tone. I like that Savage Gray. They come in several variations. Me personally, I either like black, or if I'm gonna get two-tone, I like the slide to be that gray. But yeah, LCP MAX, guys.